The intertextual interplay between Margaret Atwood's Hagseed and William Shakespeare's The Tempest unveils the cultural and contextual dimensions inherent in literary creation and interpretation, demonstrating that life is a performance. Through meticulous analysis, this exploration delves into the context of intertextuality, unveiling the nuanced interplay of textual relationships and contextual shifts required to start the process of reimagining and reframing texts. It reveals the cultural and contextual dimensions inherent in literary creation and interpretation, whilst also highlighting the transformative nature of literary adaptation and narrative interpretation, reflecting on the reflexivity of storytelling and the performative aspects of life. Furthermore, the addition of Christian humanist values by Shakespeare alludes to the shift in values at the time, with civilians demanding self-determinism and engaging in the pursuit of self-knowledge, and Atwood's recontextualization of characters, moving from magician to an eccentric stage director, reframes the psychological effects of imprisonment and the grief that follows. Profound reflexivity showcased in Hagseed and The Tempest underscores the dynamic interplay between text, performance, and audience engagement, revealing the intricate layers of meaning inherent in literary works. Reflexivity is evident in both texts and is exemplified through the nature of performance, which in many circumstances is metatheatrical. In Hagseed, Felix's unconventional utilization of stagecraft, including incorporating spaceships in Pericles and reshaping Hermione's character by tapping into the vampire trope in his interpretation of A Winter's Tale, vividly exemplifies the adaptation process and his knowledge of the real world, echoing Julia Kristeva's notion of a text absorption and transformation of another text. The Tempest is metatheatrical, replete with explicit allusions to the theatre world. Felix unpacks this in Hagseed as he notes, "The island is many things. The island is a theatre. Prospero is a director. He's putting on a play within which there's another play." Felix's description of mise en bime means that Prospero is directing his own play whilst being a character in a bigger play, which he seems to be aware of in the quote, "These our actors, as I foretold you, are all spirits and are melted into air." The interconnectedness between Felix's innovative staging in Hagseed and the metatheatrical elements within The Tempest underscores the profound reflexivity present in both texts, illuminating the dynamic relationship between readers, interpretation, and the construction of literary meaning, exemplifying the notion that life is a performance, and demonstrating how textual conversations allow for the seminal text to be reimagined. Furthermore, the witness motif is exemplified in The Tempest through the many examples of characters watching characters as the audience watches them, including when Miranda witnesses The Tempest, conspirators witness the mask, as well as Alonso witnessing Ferdinand and Miranda playing chess. This allows for the development themes throughout the text and illuminates the resonances and dissonances between the seminal text and its adaptation. In The Tempest and Hagseed, emotions intricately entwine with imprisonment, revealing how characters navigate psychological confines amidst external constraints. They also demonstrate the depth of reframing text, delving deep into the cognitive and physical ability of both readers and characters to direct the action and achieve their purposes. Imprisonment is a constant factor in both texts, with prisons being explored both physically and mentally. In The Tempest, Prospero is confined by both the island on which the characters are trapped, but previously and more importantly trapped by his love for learning, exemplifying the Christian humanist belief in self-determination and the pursuit of self-knowledge, often forgetting and ignoring his daughter. This is evident in, "Those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies." The unawareness of his entrapment in the technique of imagery and metaphor suddenly became apparent when he was exiled from his dukedom before attending the island. In these lines, Prospero admits that even when he was still the Duke of Milan, he handed many of his duties over to his brother to pursue his secret studies in the magic arts. This is further elaborated in the quote, "Spirits to enforce, art to enchant," where Prospero underscores his duality. The parallelism in this metaphor invites a consideration that we as humans all occupy and oscillate between the director to be able to orchestrate the action and achieve our purposes, as well as the actor's space. Moreover, in Hagseed, Felix is trapped by the extended metaphor and symbolic prison in which he is teaching the inmates within. However, he is primarily imprisoned by his own consciousness. He recurringly has visions about Miranda, who acts as both his daughter and his Ariel, allowing him to stay sane in an insane manner, paradoxically. The quote, "My island domain, my place of exile, my penance," exemplifies Felix's imprisonment, as the use of tricolon emphasizes the metaphorical prison Atwood has created through Felix's grief for his dead child, showcasing how Atwood mirrors her protagonist in a self-inflicted prison like Shakespeare, however examines the concept of autonomy as an affirmed belief with a postmodern secular context. Additionally, Felix's "snap out of it, Felix, pull yourself together, break out of your cell" metaphor further amplifies his cognitive imprisonment, realizing he has let himself slip into insanity, awoken by his realization that the person he has been seeing and interacting with for the past years has only been a figment of his imagination, creating a turning point for Felix to break out of his cell and begin to direct the action again. On balance, the intertextual dialogue between Hagseed and The Tempest unveils the enduring relevance of these narratives, showcasing the transformative power of literary adaptation and interpretation. Through the exploration of imprisonment, autonomy, and the performative nature of life, both texts reflect on the cultural shifts and highlight the complexities of human experience. The profound reflexivity present in these works underscores the dynamic relationship between text, performance, and audience engagement, emphasizing the ongoing dialogue between past and present. Ultimately, they provide a basis for stories to be reimagined and reframed, allowing us to direct the action and achieve our purposes, in light of contemporary context, revealing new layers of meaning in the process.